Hey Scorpio, happy birthday. This is your November 2018 reading, and my name is Bailey. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so we're going to pull some cards for you, but I do want to talk about your energy for a second. So Scorpio, you are ruled by Pluto, and Pluto is the great transformer. Pluto is Hades, god of the underworld. And as such, Pluto rules death and, more importantly, rebirth. And as your ruler, Pluto gives you the ability to transform and to change in rapid ways. And you are sort of the teacher of transformation for others, which can be very powerful, especially in your season, because we're all experiencing that Pluto energy, and you are the king or queen of. And so you might be called upon this month to lead as example, to walk gracefully in this energy that kind of spooks people. You know, we've got Halloween in this season that is of, you know, death and scary things and whatnot, but Scorpio, you are also truth and secrets. You're also many dichotomies meeting, the dark and the light, polarity within you. You're also sex and magic and everything we secretly love. Maybe not secretly, but, you know, we don't do it necessarily in the light of day. You rule those things. So this month, I hope that you can embrace all of yourself, the darker parts and the lighter parts. They're all worthy of love, and I think you're going to be able to, by example, show people how to love the darker parts of themselves and their lives in November. Okay, so focusing on your energy, I'm going to put I've been meditating with my little selenite sphere. Now I don't know where to put him. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Scorpio, let's get a shuffle. Higher self, I want to see what is in store for Scorpio in the month of November. But first, I want to see the effects that this full moon in Taurus that we just had in your opposite sign. Let's get 3 cards. Spirit, let's get 3 cards on how this full moon is affecting Scorpio. And it's the whole damn deck. Scorpio, honey, I'm not reading the whole damn deck. So bear with me while we do a bit of a reshuffle here. Woo! That's a mess. It's not perfect, but this is your reading, Scorpio. This is what it is. This is real life. Okay, let's try that again. Spiritu Santo, give me 3. Ooh, there's another. One more. There she is. All right, what do we have? Deep and dark, just how we like it. All right, so we have the Ace of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords, and the 3 of Pentacles. So Scorpio, this month, it's looking like you've got amazing gifts coming your way. You have material blessings. This could show up as more money. Get a lotto ticket if you're into that. I'm feeling like this isn't just one opportunity. This is a multitude of really cool things coming your way. But mostly centering around your finances, your material possessions, and sort of just being able to come up in the world, you know, being able to put one step up every move you make. I feel like you're going to be meeting the right people this month. that want to further you on whatever your goals are. With this Three of Pentacles here, I feel like in your work life, you could be feeling super focused and goal-oriented, and perhaps even working as part of a team to get shit done. For a lot of you, I feel like this is volunteer-based, or maybe politically. Maybe a lot of you are getting out there trying to get people to vote. This is a great card for teamwork. So if you're not working as part of a team right now, Scorpio, why don't you go get involved? And I don't mean this, I'm not trying to say who to vote for or whatever. I'm not even saying this has anything to do with voting. That's one example. Get out there and talk to people. Form groups, form committees, form, I'm hearing the bedrock. I'm feeling like this full moon energy that happened on the 24th, just a few days ago in my time. This started something for you. This started a change. It planted a seed for you. Whatever these ideas are that you've had at the end of October, don't let those die. Okay? Death and rebirth, right? You're birthing something. I feel it. And it's asking you, whatever this new idea is that you're having, Scorpio, you're being asked to, this guy's laying down, he's got some swords in his back. This is a card of completion. It's time to let go of your concepts, of your stories that you tell yourself about the pain that you're in and what challenges you face and what your struggles are, because they don't necessarily exist in the same way for you anymore, Scorpio. And maybe by saying, I can't do this because I don't have enough money, or I don't have these gifts, or I'm not talented in this arena, that's not true anymore. The only thing that keeps that being true is you feeding those thoughts. So see what happens if you turn those negative thoughts down this month, because there's a facet of illusion to them, because you've grown and you've changed, and you've outgrown some of the ways that you've identified yourself before. Taurus got the same thing going on right now, and you guys are linked. You guys are 180 degrees from each other. So this seems to be you and Taurus are kind of pouring this new transformation into the world. It's beginning with you. Embrace it for the rest of us. The rest of us want to transform too. So yeah, this is your sort of the energy that the full moon has brought into your life and that you'll see manifest throughout the rest of November. Now let's get moving on to what you can expect to see happen in November. Now, I don't consider myself or tarot to be a fortune-telling sort of device. So whatever I say from this point forward, this is not a sentence. This is not concrete what will happen. These are potentialities based on where you are now. So if you don't like what you hear, this is your opportunity to change your internal world to affect your external world. It's really what tarot is. It's about the inner mechanics of how we create our lives, and taking a snapshot of where we are right now so that you can understand the present and affect the future differently if you so choose. So, that's very Scorpio, isn't it? Seeing down to the truth of things. I love Scorpio energy. I'm so happy it's November. Oh my gosh. Alright, give me that sexy sex, drugs, and rock and roll energy. I'm so into it. Alright, give me some cards in any particular order to show me what Scorpio's going on in November. Oh, there's one popped out. Nine of Pentacles here, in the reverse. So this is a lady, gender, whatever. This is a lady who does a very specific thing. She's a falconer. And not everybody wants a falcon. But for the people who do, they come to her. This is a very specialized energy. And she's had success. She's in the reverse here. So this is telling me that you're on your way. Like, you're on your path. But maybe there have been some delays in seeing this success manifest. Yeah, we've got the Two of Pentacles here in reverse too. So Two of Pentacles talks about balance and change. So maybe you're sort of taking stock of what's going on for you right now, and you're seeing where things are not. Maybe you're seeing things grow and develop, and you're like, no, you know what, I kind of want to tweak this. I kind of want this to go another way. Let's reshuffle this. Let's rebalance what's going on. And again, these are Pentacles, Scorpio, so we're talking about your money, we're talking about your possessions, we're talking about your resources. This could even be talking about you looking at everything you have and going, you know what? This is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife. Just quoting Talking Heads, not saying specifically leave your wife. Maybe you're ready to change plans. We've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords here. Queen of Pentacles really has her shit together. Other people see her as nurturing and wise and mature and totally in control of her situation. Then we've got the Knight of Swords here upside down. The Knight of Swords talks about action, sometimes brash actions, sometimes too quick, too sharp. He's in the reverse here. So maybe some of you are dealing with someone who's challenging your authority, challenging your stability, challenging your possessions. For some of you, this could be legal. For some of you, this could be someone who's asking more of you than you feel comfortable giving. So maybe this month, your boundaries, you have to honor that feeling of wanting to change things, to wanting to transform things. Maybe you need to honor those new boundaries and where they are, and clearly draw them. Like, past this line you shall not cross. Even if that line has moved. Doesn't matter. Your boundaries are sacred. They should be treated that way. And this Knight of Swords here, he's kind of like that kid that comes in running in from the rain with their muddy shoes on right after you've cleaned the floor. That's how that feels. I feel annoyed by this Knight of Swords right now. This could be an air sign. So Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And they're annoying, and you need to let them know, okay? What else do we have? Ace of Pentacles in reverse, the Tower, and the Nine of Rods. Okay, so some of the opportunities coming up for you in November. Yeah, okay, they look great on the outside, but you're like, this isn't as good as I wanted. This isn't this isn't exactly what I think needs to happen. It feels like you want to go backwards a little bit to like a previous version of the plan for some of you. It might be that you're seeing a better way. And we've got the Tower and the Nine of Rods here saying that, again, this is very closely linked to what Taurus is going through. So if you have a Taurus in your life, compare notes. You guys are on the same page. We've got the Tower. Let me show you these. The Tower and the Nine of Rods. So it's like you are nearing the end of a plan, nearing the end of a manifestation, nearing the end of a cycle, and you're looking back and you're going, no, you know what? I think we need to blow this up and start again. I think we need to tear the house down and build it afresh to these specifications now that I know exactly what it is that I want. Blow it up. Blow it up, because I feel like there's a disappointment in you that maybe you haven't been terribly vocal about. That people need to know that you're disappointed. You know, how is anything going to change if you don't talk about it, Scorpio? You got to get it out. A lot of you tend to, because you're so strong and you feel things so incredibly deeply, you tend to wait until the last moment to let people know that you're unhappy or dissatisfied. In November, to put it bluntly, fuck that. Let people know where you stand. Let the chips fall where they may, Scorpio, because you are lined up in a perfect way to be able to reorder your circumstances and have the universe rise up to meet you. Make the change. I see the Six of Cups here. And the Six of Cups, ooh, girl. Six of Cups and the Devil reversed. Six of Cups talks about nostalgia and maybe people coming in from your past. Somebody coming up from your past. For some of you, I'm feeling the timeline split, so follow me here. For some of you, for one group of you, there's somebody coming in from your past that maybe didn't have the best effect on your life. Maybe they limited you, and maybe they had some drug problems or some alcohol problems too. That's something that comes up from the Devil, but the Devil is Capricorn energy. So this might be a Capricorn, okay? So this person coming back into your life, I'm not here to tell you how to live. If you let them back in, you know what to expect. Okay? For some of you, this might manifest as I'm feeling like I'm actually hearing being so emotionally connected to the happiness that you had before that you're afraid of moving forward. So you're limiting yourself. You're limiting your growth on purpose because you're maybe trying to get to a previous state of being. Scorpio. Again, you do you, but that feels like bondage and not the fun kind. We've got the Lovers here. The Lovers talks about making choices, making specifically difficult choices, choices where there is no clear right or wrong. And we've got Judgment in the reverse. Okay. You're having to choose between The devil you do, and the devil you don't. For a lot of you, this is very karmic. This could be a karmic relationship coming back around. And you have to make a choice. And maybe it'll be a painful one, because for some of you, you really cared about this person. Not necessarily a lover. This could be a friend. This could even be a business partner. And for some of you, for the other camp of you, where the devil isn't a person, this could be you having to choose not to fall back on old limiting beliefs and habits. Because you're not the same person anymore, Scorpio. You are not. And it seems like the only limiting force in your life right now is this. And it's like you're having a hard time making a judgment call. Page of Cups and Temperance here in the advice column. That's good. Page of Cups talks about a fresh new start in love, a fresh new start with yourself, with your self-love, with your self-respect, some of you. This can talk about a younger person as well, a younger water sign, so Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. But I'm feeling more like, for most of you, this will be a new opportunity to have a fresh new start. Turn a page. So this whole progression here, it looks like you're going to make the right choice, regardless of whether or not you have all the information. So trust yourself. Trust yourself, trust your guides, trust your heart, Scorpio. You guys are very, very intuitive, especially when it comes to knowing what is right and wrong for you. Sometimes you choose what's wrong for you for the sake of other people, though, right? You've done that a few times. It's time to make a different decision. Make the decision that is right for you this time, because I feel like this is something that has come full circle. I feel like you are right back at the start after having already gone through this progression. Disappointment, the past coming back, limitation, having to make a hard decision, not feeling like you can trust yourself to do it, and maybe making the wrong decision, the decision that was based on the happiness of others versus the happiness of yourself. Nope. Enough. Is what I'm hearing. Like, cut it out. I'm not a fluffy love and light tarot reader, apparently. But that's why you're here, right, Scorpio? What feels genuine to you? Are you feeling like what is genuine and real for you is just too out there for other people? Or too dark? Maybe you shouldn't want the things that you want? Really? You gotta be you at the end of the day, right, wrong, or indifferent. And you are a little darkling. Capricorn and Scorpio, they're the little darklings of the zodiac, and you have to be who you are. You know, if you have to thrive where you're comfortable. To make a really obvious analogy, like a fish might be ashamed of being a fish and want to live on land and have legs, like the more progressed, evolved sorts. But fish doesn't have legs. So it's on the land and it's flopping around and it can't get anywhere. It's got to get back in the water. Stay in your lane. Stay where you're comfortable. That sounds wrong. Stay in your lane and progress in the direction that internally feels right to you, not what looks right to other people. No. There is you have a higher guiding force within you, and it is specific to you. And it is specific to Pluto energy, it is specific to Scorpio, and it is required. So whatever you do, do not stifle yourself and your true desires. Because you're doing yourself a disservice, you're doing the people around you a disservice, and you're a special little weirdo, Scorpio. I appreciate you guys so much. We've got Temperance here, and Temperance is talking about being in balance, finding your new balance. After you do all of this, you know, sort of authenticity work, sort of like what Capricorn's going through this month too. I gotta be me, you know? It's not easy being green, but the star is here asking you to have hope, have faith, trust yourself. Again, that's kind of a theme here. Trust yourself, trust yourself, trust yourself. But for real, got the moon and the star. These are luminaries. You've got a lot of light coming into you in November, Scorpio. It's just a question of where do you direct it? What are you doing with it? These opportunities, I'm feeling for a lot of you, you're going to be getting insight after insight after insight. Things are going to become crystal clear for you in a way that maybe they haven't for a really long time. Maybe ever if you're a youngling. There's illusion, and then there's the real. And sometimes when we get that divine inspiration that comes through us, our minds get a hold of it and we twist it. With our filters and with social conditioning and all of that. So when you get divinely inspired, try to recognize it for what it is and don't color it. Take it, just be a pure, receptive energy and be really truthful with yourself. You guys cut to the truth in a way that I wish everybody could do. So I know you're going to be able to do this. If you can harness this amazing, expansive energy that you're going to have in November, Scorp, you can make it happen, no matter what it is, because it feels like you're tying up loose ends. Like you're going back and you're revising previous iterations of the plan in order to pave the way for something that's going to fulfill you so much more than what you have now. Even if what you have now is super fulfilling, there's the cap is raising on what you think is possible and what you think is specifically possible for you. You are the sign of transformation, Scorp. So November is the time for big transformations. And that shit doesn't scare you like it scares other people. So maybe you could be an example. Alright, let's switch decks. I want to see... Scorpio, should we get weird? Let's get weird. This is a deck that I don't remember the name of. I think it's maybe the Arcturian deck or something like that. It's got sacred geometry on it, and Scorpio, you understand the mysteries on an intrinsic level. So let's dive deep into these mysteries. Show me the general vibe or the general advice, what the higher vibrational energy coming through for Scorpio is this month. Ooh. Okay, again, balance. Look into the center of the card. We've got, if you're into sacred geometry, we've got the Vesica Pisces there. very clearly with a few circles in the middle. Let me feel into that a little bit. Okay, so I'm not trying to tell you how the world works, but you're being called upon here. You've been chosen as the vessel of a new vibration, of a new vibrational program that is sort of up an octave from the vibration that you usually operate from. And you're paving the way. I keep hearing that. You're paving the way, you're paving the way. For other people to learn how to walk through the chaos. There it is. Scorpio, you're able to exist and thrive in chaos the way that most need order. And that's exciting. There's nothing wrong with it. In fact, it is required right now. At this point in history, at this point in our progression, we need Scorpio energy to lead the way, to be the eye of the storm in the chaos, and to show us how to thrive there. So this is not... Fine, maybe this is a floofy, entertaining tarot reading. But also, your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to be the guiding light in chaotic times. Your family, in your community, like we were talking about with the Three of Pentacles. That sort of rabble-rousing, right? You're being asked to step into more of a leadership role. And that can be as small or as large as you want it to be, but it's going to be important for you to be exactly who you are. Because people need to see how life and death and chaos and order and light and dark and night and day can peacefully coexist, where one is not greater than the other. There's a Hermetic principle that says, I'm paraphrasing, of course, that polarities are the same, but in different degrees. So if